Hi family. I was gonna record this video yesterday when I was dolled up and cute and it was Christmas. Um, but I ended up having way too much fun and being I was just enjoying my day and being really present in what I was doing. So I didn't want to disturb that piece with trying to create a video. But I love you guys so much, and my last few videos were of me sharing some pretty traumatic life stories and life events that I incarnated into this world to experience so that I can help the masses navigate through and transmute similar experiences, right? So, before I say what I'm going to say, I need you guys to keep in mind that I am very aware of my soul mission and where I come from and what I've come here to do and why. Everything that I do, everything that I say is expressed either from a very present and tapped in real time experience and processing kind of space, or a straight up well connected to God, to consciousness, higher consciousness, and bird's eye view, right? As in, I know why this is happening to me or for me, right? With that being said, I just really want to share the good news. I want to share with you guys that I'm a little out of breath, and that's why I keep stopping, because I'm getting downloads as I'm talking, but also I have bronchitis right now. So I've been kind of just having like a loss of breath and like a shortness of breath, which is fine. Like I'm getting better. I'm used to this, like, when the weather changes and stuff like that. But anyways, see, there we go. Okay, I rebuke it. Okay, but seriously, no. What I have to say is simply this, right? I've gotten a chance to really sit with myself and sit with God and sit with my divine God presence, right? For the past, like, I want to say 3 years, I've gotten to really be in that mode. And every single person and experience that's come into my life in the past 3 years has been very integral in the process of me becoming the force that I was meant to become in this world. My soul has evolved in an astronomical way. And I've made some very important decisions for my life and for my life path. And I'm very excited about it. I'm very grateful about the clarity and the lessons learned and all these things. But what I really want to share with you guys, and it's funny because I was going to do this yesterday before I even heard this, before I received this comment or this sentiment from one of my supporters, Nayla Latrice, which you guys saw. You probably saw, if you see my last video that I posted, she just commented on it yesterday. And first, I want to say thank you for commenting and showing support. Everybody who showed support in whatever ways that you have, thank you so much. I love y'all. Y'all don't even know how much I like. This is why. This is why I share. This is why I do what I do. It's not for attention or well, it is for attention in a sense, but not like, oh, I need attention, give it to me. It's more so like, I need to draw attention to this reality, to this story, to this lesson. I literally went through it so that I can help people. And if I don't tell people what I have experienced, how can I help people? I think as a healer, or a person who comes from a healing and shamanic ancient background, us, these us people who share that title, or that whatever that reality, we know how important it is to share our story and to really, it's like, what's the point of going through it if you're not going to share it, type of thing. But that's beside the point. Okay, I guess God is really directing what I'm saying right now, because I came on with something that I wanted to say specifically, but God is like, let me take the reins, sweetie. But no, that's beautiful, and I love that. But what I really want you guys to know, and to understand, understand at the least, is that I've been growing. Somebody asked me about my mental health the other day, and I'll tell you what I said. They said, how is your mental health? I said, I took a moment because I had to think about it, of course. Because people, I didn't realize that people don't ask me that question. The only person that asks me that question is my psychiatrist, but that's for obvious reasons. But I said to them, it's wonderful because I work on it. It's my first priority. It is my first priority. My mental health is my first priority, because I've had a life full of trauma since the beginning, since before I was even born. And that was my point of telling that story. It's not to garner sadness or reactions or none of that shit. It's so that you guys can understand me and where I've come from, so that when you see what God is giving me and doing for me in my life, or doing with me in my life, you'll know, like, wow, this person came from here and experienced this, and this is how this person got through it. So it's like y'all get to view, it's like you guys are all coming on to my story at different times. So I have to get y'all aware of my childhood and my before I was even born and things like that. Because I think that as a person, I'm very misunderstood by a lot of people. Just so y'all know, I'm fine with being a loner. I prefer to be a loner, okay? Hence my last post on the community board. I have always, the grief and the sadness that I feel, that I expressed in that video, I'm a loner, nobody understands me or likes me or whatever, that was a clickbait title, but it was in good standing. It was like in good conscious clickbait title. But I've always known that I was a different kind of person since I was a very small child. I've always been very conscious of myself, even before my, before 6 years old, before kids lose awareness of their consciousness. I've always been conscious of myself, because I've always been observant of how people treat me. So I've always known, okay, people think I'm weird. People think I'm strange. And I didn't never see a problem with that. I was always fine with that. The grief that I feel is a natural sadness, because I'm incarnated in this human flesh. This human flesh is going to feel emotions. Your human flesh is going to feel sadness and experience loneliness and loss and grief, and, being ostracized and not included or not understood. But one thing I also know about myself is that I'm extremely influential, okay? And I have a lot of magnetism and influence over people, whether they say that I do or not. And I'm living in that, y'all. I am free of feeling like I have to, like, basically I'm saying this to say, like, I'm trying to get at the fact that, like, I never was like, I need a friend, I need a person to be with, I need a community, I need my family. I've always felt like it was something wrong with me, because I didn't feel that way. Because I didn't crave, like, as a human, it's like, okay, I'm a human, I'm here, I'm supposed to have a community. But I was confused on where that community would come from. And in the past 3 years, I've learned I have to build that community myself. And so with that knowing, I'm navigating that. That's still something I'm experiencing on a day-to-day basis, and I've gotten to such a beautiful point. So I guess I'll share with you guys where I'm at with it currently, even though you guys will see through the content that I'm going to put out what I'm learning. I'm trying to let this be a natural process where I don't have to come here and explain everything, but I could just live and be, and you guys can see and experience it with me. Because to me, that just makes more sense for me, and it's easier on me. And some people are literally committed to misunderstanding me. So that's why I don't care for like coming on and talking and explaining things unless it's done in a way that is very intentional for me, right? So with that being said, how I feel today, just a couple days ago, I had an experience that literally, I've been going through a big rebirth, right, y'all? So like 2 or 3 days ago, I've reached the final like plateau or like climax or even the ending, really, because I've been seeing 1010 a lot for the past couple days. So I really went through a final ending of like my transformation process. And where I'm at right now presently is that I don't care to have a close friend. I don't care to have a romantic relationship. And how I feel about that is that I feel free. I feel grateful. I feel purposeful. I feel weightless. I feel light. I feel lighthearted. I feel clear. I feel very clear. Will sadness and loneliness strike? Yes, I'm a human and I'm alive. Okay? That's natural for a human. Okay? Those who know, when you're a very spirited person, you kind of get caught up in being too spirited. You have to ground yourself in your humanness. So with that being said, I'm fully grounded in my humanness, but I'm also free from the desire of companionship because I know that I have it in a sense, like not in a corny manifestation explanation kind of way, but like I have it in a spiritual sense. And I know that can get frustrating because it's like, I need people here physically. Like, I have it loosely. If I need connection, if I need to have a conversation, if I need to be seen, if I need to laugh, if I need to have a drink, I now have a community. And it's funny because I think my perception of what community was before was skewed. Okay? To me, community was like, it was so much more close knit. And I thought I had to be like okay with just having these people around all the time when really I don't like having a lot of people around all the time. I prefer not to because that's just me. I remember a couple years ago when I was living at the hotel, not the hotel that you would see me in all the time doing readings, but the other one that was bigger and nicer that I stayed at for a short period of time. A guy that I've known for a few years, he proposed to me. I've gotten a lot of proposals throughout my whole life, literally. I'm not hurting when it comes to like love and romance. I always have options. I'm just never truly like satisfied, I think, with my options. I had to admit to myself, yes, I'm one of those picky ass Virgos. It is what it is, but it's not to a fault. I genuinely just haven't found somebody that really makes sense for me quite yet, but that's okay, and that's fine. But back to the story about the proposal. The proposal was from a man who wanted to have like multiple wives, and this man did have a home and resources and a space and a place for those wives, which is something that I think is mandatory. First of all, if anybody's going to do something like that. I'm also a woman who would have multiple men if I could. That's something I'm still exploring and figuring out about myself. I'm young. I'm 27 years old. I have plenty of time to figure out how I want to go about dating. People have made me feel kind of weird. I haven't told a lot of people what I really would desire romance-wise, but that's because I kind of fear judgment at some point, or I just felt the need to only share that with people that I felt could understand something like that. And we'll get there later. Content that's later content, but I'm so excited about that, by the way. But whatever. my point is, where was I? My point is that okay, so he proposed, other women, blah, blah, blah. I broke it down to him like this. He felt I would be the perfect person because he's like, basically, I would be like the heart, the seed, the fucking foundation for the other women, or like for the home. One that felt like, in my mind, in my consciousness, in my physical, in my most subtle being, in my most subtle body, I felt, okay, let me just explain this to him. That feels like for me, that feels too maternal. Like, I feel like I would be mothering adults. That's not something I want to do. I do not want to mother adults in a structure like that. Okay, healing and mothering and like just being that matriarch is something that I do plan to do, to be in life, continue to be in life, but just not in that structure. I don't want to live in a house or in a space with too many people, unless it was my chosen family. Like, okay, this is my partner and we birthed these children. That's different. But basically, I'm saying that to say I've really become extremely comfortable in who I am. I will never apologize for who I am, how I am, what I think, what I do, because there's a reason and a season for everything that I do and say. I'm very well thought of, and God has been really confirming this a lot for me. So that's one thing I want to say about Nayla Latrice and her comment on the last video that I posted. It was a great confirmation from the Creator, and I'm super grateful for her being that one of the sources of confirmation. Another confirmation I received was, my mind went blank. That's how y'all know I'm like present and speaking straight from a channeled space. But another confirmation was, I've been hanging out with a business partner a lot, a divine community member, and he gets in this like mode out of nowhere where he's just like spewing praises to me. And I kid y'all not, y'all would think I experience that a lot. I get a lot of compliments, but there's certain quality of compliments that are genuine and meaningful for me, and I don't experience them a whole lot. But when I do, I know it's straight from God, and I know the reason that I'm receiving it is because I deserve it, and it's God trying to talk to me through someone at random. So he gets in these modes, and he's just like, you are wonderful, you're amazing, you're a queen, like on my nose, and like, you're really a queen, you're amazing, you're amazing, you're amazing. It's like he can't stop himself from spewing these praises. And he's like, no, you're funny, like you're this, you're that. Like, he's just confirming like all these things that I knew. And you know, every little thing about my personality that people don't like to admit, it admits them. Like, I love your laugh, I love your personality, I love what the things you say, you're so witty, you're so this, you're so that. And why that's important is that that's God talking to me. And I know that if you guys are experiencing that, you guys will resonate with that. But I just want to share that this video actually went way longer than I intended for it to, but that's okay. I also want to let you guys know that I will be putting out this content that I've promised, like sooner than you, soon. I'm not even gonna say when, but soon. I've been slacking on working on it because, like I said, I had to fix the tech. I got a new phone because I lost my other phone that I had. So this phone has been like not letting me download apps. It's just been really annoying, and it's been hindering me. But I've been like getting all that together. Usually Mercury retrograde periods work against people, but it actually ends up working for me like super well. I'm one of those lucky people that don't have problems during retrograde. And if I do, I literally almost always take it as like, this was meant to happen. So I'm not even tripping. When technology breaks or fucks up, it's like, okay, I need to redo something, reset my settings, or I need to just update and upgrade something. So I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. You saw that for Christmas, my brother bought me a camera. He bought me an action camera. I'm so excited. So y'all just sit tight. Just literally be on this ride with me. I promise y'all, whether y'all are on this ride now or choose to join later, y'all not gonna want to miss nothing, first of all. Second of all, it don't matter when your ass hop on a bandwagon because you just gonna be lucky to be there. So I will see y'all. Y'all will see me, and we'll see each other along this journey. So I'm so happy, y'all. I'm so grateful. Um, I get sad. I cry. It does not mean that I'm lost and confused and just down and out. Like, it doesn't mean that I need somebody to come in and be a coach to me. God is my coach. And I'm not saying that from a place of ego. It's just that who I am as a soul and as a being, this is my responsibility for my purpose. So it's not that I don't accept help, because I do, but it's God sends me the help. I don't have to seek out help because God literally provides every single thing that I need. So that's pretty much what I'm getting at. Sorry if I sound a little strange at moments. I'm having really bad problems with my speech impediment lately because my wisdom teeth are fully in and blah. But that's all I gotta say, y'all. So I love y'all to pieces. Sorry y'all didn't get to see me looking all dolled up, but I'll post some pics from yesterday. Barely got some because I had so much fun. But I will see you guys very soon. Stay with me on this journey, y'all. Tap in because the real shit's finna pop off. The real work, the real service is about to pop off. And the way that it looks is not what it has looked like in the past at all. So, shit, salud, cheers, happy new year, merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, um I don't know, all of the things, all of the holidays, all the things. So I will see y'all soon. I love y'all so much. Peace.